Hey, what's up, family? What's up, Smiley Boos? Yeah, I know I've been gone for a minute, but I just been having a lot to do, stuff at work I had to accomplish, and so I didn't have time to come and do videos. And then I've been, handling stuff in my everyday life. So, y'all, I just wanted to come through and just encourage y'all. You know, I found myself in these past couple of weeks, like feeling like that I was like being fearful and just doubting myself and just thinking that I'm not capable or equipped to do certain things or certain tasks. But then God reminded me through different ones, through my best friends, through this lady at my church that I used to attend to, my sweetheart, through my mom, just sent me encouragers. When you're going through, or when you're about to throw in the towel, when you're about to give up, when your pressure is up and you're feeling stressed or you're feeling down, God always sends you comforters, people that love you. They love you without a shadow of a doubt. They love you for who you are. They love you regardless of what you do. They're just in your corner, real people. And God will send people to send you a message. You know, when I was in these past couple of weeks stressed and kind of down, God sent me a message through this lady that used to go to my church on Facebook. And it was just saying, I'm encouraged. I'm just sending you a message excuse me, y'all, to encourage your heart, to let you know you're beautiful, you're smart, and you can conquer anything. And sometimes you need that when you're feeling low and when you're feeling down. Sometimes God will send you. Sometimes we hate those little chain letters or them little pop-ups, but sometimes, y'all, God is working within that to encourage you, to get you out of that dark space, to get you out of that funk, to let you know there's a brighter side coming. You just hold on. I got you. Don't you worry about nothing. Don't you worry about what people say or what people do or what others doing, or worry about what's happening right now. Because at the end, y'all, it's always a brighter side. It's always something that God is trying to carry you through to get to your blessing at the end. It's a greater blessing. It's a greater thing. When I think about certain things, y'all, and I think about how Jesus went through what he went through, and how at the end, y'all, how went on the cross, he gave up the ghost. But he died fleshly wise, but his soul lived on, and he gained the whole world. He gained all the power because he became an angel. His soul still lives within us because God dwells within us all, each and every day. And he rose with all power. Them people thought that they had killed him, but no, you just made him stronger. He just died for our sins so that we might be saved, so that we can have the choice to the tree of life, so we can choose heaven or hell, so we can have a choice, where we want to go and how we want to have a relationship with our Heavenly Father. If we want to have one at all, we have a choice. And so I thought about that. I said he was beaten. He was his people, the people that followed him, his disciples, turned on him, how they denied him, how they threw stuff at him, and how they beat him unrecognizable, how he was on the cross, how they put nails in his hands, his feet, they pierced his side, how he had crowns on his head. I said, Jesus, if you went through all that, this little stuff that I'm going through, I'm all right. I can go through it because you let me know that you paid it out on the cross. And you let me know that to stay encouraged, because something is greater is at the end. At the end of everything that you go through in life, how the enemy uses people, how the enemy just uses certain situations to just bring your spirit down low, but you can't let it. You have to be lifted. You have to stay encouraged. You have to know that God has a plan that's mighty sweet that man don't know. He has a plan that everything's strategically planned in a certain way. Your steps are ordered. Always ordered. Always. And he lets you know, I got you. Don't you worry. You going through this because I'm taking you higher. I'm taking you to a place that you'll never think to go to. That you'll never think your wildest dreams that I'll place you. But sometimes we have to go through things that we don't want to. Sometimes we have to go through different situations so he can prove himself to you. So you'll know, yes, that's God. That's God all in it. That's God. You know, even though sometimes we don't pray about certain things and it's in our hearts, God listens to our heart. He said he listens to the heart of man. You know? And he says in the word, it says, so shall a man think it, so is he. So whatever you think in your mind about yourself or about a situation, so it is. You know? But sometimes we have to think on the outward. We have to go outside the box and we have to think positive things. We have to think about it in another realm, in a spiritual aspect. Because God already got everything orchestrated. He already got everything written. He already got our path written down. He already knows. And he guiding us. He's like, don't you see I'm guiding you? You can't see it right now, but I'm guiding you. I'm right behind you. My footsteps are behind you. I'm holding you up. I'm holding you and I'm guiding you. I'm right beside you. I never left. You know, I hear what you're saying, but sometimes God with his smart self, he knows what's best for us, y'all. He knows what we need. He knows what we desire. He knows what path is best for us, what route is good for us. Some of us, he may direct you in the way of schooling. He may direct you in another career. He may direct you in another aspect that you didn't even think of. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be a school teacher, but then you could want to be a flight attendant. And God make a way out of no way. You see, our paths are different. Everybody has a different path. Everybody has a different way. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I went to school, y'all. I got my BS, computer science minor in business. But I said, Lord, I'm not going to go and get no master's and be in debt, because God will elevate me to a place, because I know people that are in higher up positions, supervisor positions, in analyst positions, and all types of positions. And they never went to school, period. And they never they may have got their bachelor, but not a master. So it's whatever you want to do. Don't let people think you got to do all the getting debt to get where you want to go. You don't have to do all that. You just have to have a strong will, and you have to have determination. Don't give up on yourself, because people will give up on you. People will give up on you in a quickness. And they'll laugh at your dreams. They'll laugh at where you started from. But they don't see where you're going to end up. They see where you at right now. They look at the right now. But they don't see what the spiritual eye, in the spiritual realm. They don't see that you're going to go follow what potential you have. You know? You have to have a strong mind and a strong will. And I learned that about myself throughout the years, y'all. That the type of person I am, I'm strong-willed, and I have my own mind, and I have my own thought process. And I take what you say. If a person says something negative to me, I take what you say, but then I know what God says. So I don't listen to that. I turn a deaf ear, and I always turn a deaf ear to negative people and negativity, because you find that all throughout life. People are just negative. I find that in my workplace a lot. People are just negative people, negative Nancy's. They look at things in a negative light. They don't see the positiveness in it. If you look at the positiveness in it, and you sit back and you look at it, okay, I see that. I see what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? You got to have faith. You can't move too hastily. You can't move in your own self, because that's when you'll fail. If you move in your own self, that's when you fail. You have to move when God says move. That's why I pray every move I take, every step I've taken in my career, I've asked God, you lead the way, you know? And every step that I've taken, y'all, God has proven himself time and time again. He would give me visions of stuff that I find myself doing it now, like a vision, like when I started where I work at now, the financial institution. He gave me the vision of where I would end up. He said, Krishan, you going through this. You going through all this stuff, all this trial period. This is just a trial period. This is just prepping you for where I'm trying to take you, you know, because people will down you. They'll down your dreams. They'll make like a joke about where you want to be. They'll make fun of you. I had one supervisor when I was working at this financial institute when I first started, and she made fun of me of where I wanted to go. She was like, "You got to do this and that. You're not qualified. You're not qualified to do this and that. Do you got any experience?" And I'm looking at her like, you don't have the faith that I have. You don't know the God I serve. You say you know, but you don't know the God that I serve. And you don't know my destiny. But God proven, sometimes God will make your enemies your footstool. He will prove them out of a liar. He will show himself mighty. You don't have to say nothing. All I do when people say negative things, y'all, I just laugh it off because I already know. My mama, she guided us and to have a strong spiritual background. She guided us to have a personal relationship with God. And I tell y'all, if I didn't have God in my life and guiding me and my parents and my family, my close family and my true friends backing me up and encouraging my heart, I don't know where I would be. Because many a times I cried on my mama's shoulders because I was like, Mama, a person that believes in God, how can they speak negative to someone? How can they treat a person like this? How can they do, if you believe in God, God is not mean. God is not brutal. God is of love. And if you love people, you should treat the person just like you would if that's your family member, your sister, your brother, your mother, your brother. Treat them with love and kindness, because love and kindness have I drawn thee. You know, you can't preach to nobody if you negative. You can't tell nobody about God if you down on somebody else. If you have an ugly spirit, God is frowning on that. You can't tell nobody about love. You can't preach to nobody if you don't treat your brother and sister right. That's just me. But God took me from the bottom, y'all, to the top. God blessed me mightily. Like, the things that I went through, if I would tell y'all, y'all would not believe the things that I've gone through just in the corporate world. It's just, it will baffle y'all. But a person can only do what the higher ups allowed them to do. They can only do so much than somebody allowed. But God always has the last say so. And you don't have to go in. You don't have to say nothing. God will fight your battles. Because in the end, someone I would never thought would fight my battle, fought my battle for me. And they saw through what was going on. And it was kind of like God was sending angels to protect me. Because if you know me, it's to love me. And I'm a kind, gentle-hearted person. But I see a lot of things, and I see in the spiritual realm, I see a lot of things. But see, you have to pray for the things that you see. You have to pray for the things that's not right. You have to pray for people, even the people that do wrong to you. You have to pray for them. That's where your strength, that's where you gain strength at. And I kind of get teary about my story, but God sent amazing people, y'all, to just rescue me, just to speak for me, and just to, elevate me. They helped me go through my path in my career. They guided me. They sheltered me. And they gave me pointers. And they said, Krishan, it spoke life to me. They said, Krishan, you a wonderful worker. You're a wonderful person. God's going to take you far. if you just trust, because your faith, because I always talk about God, I always talk about Jesus at work, but I don't talk like all the time in my message or all the time to somebody, because just because you're saved, you don't have to tell everybody every second that you're saved. But by the way I talk, the way I act, the way I encounter people, the way I am towards people, and the way people gravitate to me, the way I get along with everybody, you can feel when a person has that genuine kindness, that genuine love, and when they have the God on the inside. You can feel it, you know? And so I try to project that, y'all. I try to love on people. I try to project God's love. Some people it's hard. God be working on it like, Lord, I don't know what to say. God be like, Christian, you just love from a distance and go on, child. Because some people they don't perceive you. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't like light. They like darkness. And you can tell the aura. You know, when a person is accustomed to darkness, they like darkness for some apparent reason. They try to get away from the light. But, y'all, I just tell you, God is he's just good. Like, I think about how, like, when I first started, how, like, even the hiring manager, she was just negative. And how I see how it works now. I'm like, what in the world? Like, when I first wanted to go into, like, the field that I am in now, she was like, you need more experience, or you need to do this and that. And I'm like, huh? I said, how am I supposed to gain experience if you don't give me a chance? And I'm fresh out of college. And now in my department, I see how, like, you know, people that's fresh off college or people that's younger than me, they come through. And I said, God, maybe, I'm going to think on the bright side. I said, maybe back then I wasn't ready. Back then, maybe the path for me, that wasn't the path you wanted me to take then. Because you wanted me to go through this process so that I can gain, you know, so that I can touch people, or so that I can, you know, give people courage and give people that, I don't know, just inspire people or motivate people or love on people and gain some relationships that I needed. You know, you never know how God is moving in your life, how he wants you to touch people, how he wants you to show God's love and give you different assignments, you know, because through life, you have different assignments before you leave this earth, because we all know that we have to leave this earth one day. And maybe each path we take, each person we encounter is somebody that we have to touch. Somebody he wants us to touch or speak life to. You know what I'm saying? And come from a genuine place, you know? But, y'all, I just tell you, when I started at my first job, I was doing scanning. I was scanning work. That's what I was doing, because they had like boxes and boxes of paper documents that they had to scan, that they hadn't scanned in over maybe 4 or 5 years. It was like boxes on top of boxes in the closet, and they had to get scanned for audit. So y'all know what I did? I worked hard. I scanned those documents, y'all. I was a fast typer, and I was a fast scanner. And by the glory of God, I got all those boxes that were in the closet. I got them all scanned. I had a little help, but not much. But I scanned them. I took pride in my work. And people was like, Christian, you got a degree and you scanning these papers? I said, no job is beneath me, because I know a God that I serve. And I'm going to tell y'all how God worked. So it was a young lady that had been there longer than me. And back then we were all temps. Back at my job, we were all temps. But I got called in the office, and the manager asked me, she said, Christian, we see your work. You work hard, you're persistent, you're on time every day, you're a hard worker, and we see you, and we want to offer you a permanent position. I said, look at God. I said, look at God, how God worked. You be faithful over a few things. God will make you ruler over many. And the young lady that was before me, she didn't get hired on permanent because she, she wasn't like me, like, a worker. She would, be off all the time, and she would have attitudes when they told her about her dress code, and they just was kind of like through with her. So I tell y'all this because I want y'all to be encouraged. Your work will speak for you. Don't be fooled by other things. Your work always speaks for you. If you work hard, if you you're diligent, you stay encouraged. You may not be like me. You may not have the best vocabulary. You may not know high-tech words. You may not be technically inclined. You may not know everything that, that goes on. You may not know everything. You may not be smart. You may not, know all the terms and terminology, because I don't. I'm just as country as they come, y'all. I'm just me. I don't have a great vocabulary. I don't have all this terminology in my head and glossary and a thesaurus in my head. I'm just me. I'm just Cree. I'm just Smiley. That's all I can be. And y'all just don't let people speak negative to your life. Don't let people make you feel like you're small. And I have a degree, y'all, but I'm humble. I'm not above nobody. I love on everybody because I'm the same. I just come to work and I work. That's all. That's all. And pay my bills. That's all I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Go on a few trips and mind my own business. But I just want to encourage y'all and love on y'all and just let y'all know to stay in the race. Stay encouraged and just stay blessed. God allowed me to buy a home. Be a single woman buying a home, y'all. Had some change left over. And God moved in that too as well. Every path that I took, and I consulted God, and God guided me and shielded me. And he just worked things in my favor. He allowed people to fight for me, because of the spirit of God that they see in me. Y'all just stay lifted. Don't give up the fight. Even the government, y'all, don't look at the news. Don't even worry about what's on the news, y'all, because God is going to provide a way. He's making a way. God is fighting for us. He's going to make a way out of no way, y'all. I don't even worry about it. I just continue my day and keep working. And just don't look at the news too much because it be depressing. All this stuff that's going on with the children being abducted and people shooting, killing. You can't even go nowhere, y'all. Can't even go nowhere. You can't even go to the beach. But and people passing away, y'all, and y'all spend time with your family. Spend time with your loved ones. That's what matters, because this life is precious. You could be here today and gone tomorrow. So spend time with your family members. Spend time with your children. No matter how old your parents are, spend time with them. If they're in the nursing home, go visit them, because time is precious, And, don't pretend, because I just recently lost my father, my biological father. So time is precious, and I didn't cry. I cried a little bit, but at the funeral, I had no tears to shed because he was at peace, and he told me he was all right. That last time I saw him, he said, I said, Daddy, I prayed with him. I said, Daddy, you all right? He said, yeah, I'm all right. He said, I'm at peace. I said, well, if you at peace, I'm at peace. That's all I wanted, because that was my talking buddy, because we would talk and I would consult him and tell him about different things, situations, and he would listen to me. Even though he talked a lot too. He would talk so fast, y'all, but he listened. He listened. He gave great advice, and he applied it, and he helped me with the word. He applied it to the word, and he encouraged my heart, and he would let me know certain things. So y'all just stay strong. Stay strong. Don't ever give up. Don't ever think you can't do nothing. Don't ever think that you're incapable, because you are capable. You are worthy. You are chosen. So don't let things get to you in this life, because we just pilgrims passing through. That's all I see it as, is pilgrims passing through. You know, we just enjoying this life while we can. And we just, you know, just enjoying it, you know, and just smiling as we're going through. And we're just enjoy life and just be prosperous. Live your life how you want to live it. Don't let nobody make decisions for you. You just choose your own destiny and put God in the middle of everything you do. You know, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed to say you're saved. Don't be ashamed to say you believe in God. Excuse me, y'all, because, you know, they be like, Christians are boring. No, Christians aren't boring. We have a life. We say, but we have a life. We go to the beach. We go out. We go out to eat. We, you know, we go out bowling. We take trips. We do we have a fun life, you know. I do, at least. But y'all, I just wanted to encourage y'all just to stay in the race. Just to stay in the race, y'all. And I just want to let y'all know where I've been, y'all. And that I'm going to try to keep being me and keep being positive. And God has proven himself mightily. Y'all, things are just coming about. Things are being manifested. Things are just coming into play. Y'all, later on, I'll just tell y'all later on another video how God has been so great to me. He's just been merciful. He just is guiding me, you know, and things that I didn't even think could be done are done, you know. And yeah, I learned you have to be careful what you pray for. You have to be careful what you ask God for, because God will, in return, he will give you just what you ask for, you know. And so y'all just keep praying. Y'all keep me in your prayers. I'll do the same for y'all. I thank y'all so much for subscribing to my channel. I thank y'all for uplifting me. I thank y'all just for even stopping by, because you could not stop by and go to another person's channel. But I thank y'all so much for stopping by and checking out my channel and just subscribing and liking my videos and just, you know, reaching out to me. You know, I love other Christians' videos. Y'all, I go through y'all videos on the weekends, and y'all, I look for certain ones on YouTube just so I can catch up on your videos. That's when I have a little downtime on the weekends just to go through, you know, because y'all brighten up my day. Y'all just don't know. Y'all brighten up my day. Y'all keep me motivated, keep me pumped, keep me going. Y'all keep me laughing and smiling, you know. And y'all remember, the joy on the inside, nobody can take that away. No man, nobody can take your joy away, because it comes from God. The joy on the inside comes from God. Always stay humbled. Always stay thankful, because that's when God will bless you openly. I try to stay in the background, y'all, in the back scene, behind the scenes, because I don't like to be in the forefront. You know, I don't like to be a show. I don't like to be, you know, in front and center. I like to be in the background, because that's where God uses me most, in the background, you know. But y'all stay prayed up. Y'all stay blessed. I love y'all. Y'all know Smiley Boo love y'all so much. And y'all keep being motivated, keep being pumped, keep God first. And I'm out, y'all. Peace. What's up, fam? I forgot to tell you guys, I'm going to insert a clip from a banquet that me and my mom went to. I just took a glimpse of the scenery and the colors. Y'all enjoy. Love y'all. Peace. Like, comment, and subscribe. Be blessed, y'all. Smileyz out. I know that's right. Okay. That's nice. See what I can see. I think I'm gonna get over there. That's my seat. So I can see what I'm leaving.